Hi there, this is Amanda Frankel with our Crafty Playdate, and I am back to show you how to make the last card in our September Christmas Club. This is what we made in September in my in-person classes. If you are ordering the kit, you would want to make sure that you let me know that it is September that you're interested in. As you can see, these are the 3 cards that you're going to make. In your kit, you receive enough to make 4 each of 3 designs, so you end up with 12 cards. The only thing that you don't get is the stamped images. So on this one, it's this, and then on this one, it's this part. This series of Christmas cards, I'm really highlighting the designer series paper in our different catalogs. So, well, not in our different catalogs. These are all from our seasonal catalog. But I wanted to show you some great things that you can make using designer series paper as your background. We've made these 2, so let's get those out of the way and let's work on this card. This card is, my husband said, one of the favorite cards that he's ever seen that I've made. So that's kind of fun. In this paper, in this gray background, I'm not sure if you can really tell. It's kind of hard, but it does have some silver in it too. Some of these little snowflakes are silver. So that's why we use silver and gray. This paper here is actually velvet, so you can't feel this in the video, but in your kit it would be velvet. This is the only card in my series this month that doesn't use a stamp at all. So what you receive to make in your kit will make 4 of these cards, and you don't have to modify with anything that you have in your kit. You could just use these directly, and you can add your own sentiment on the inside. So let's get started. Also, in your kit, I never put anything on the inside of my cards that I use for class, but you would have a lighter panel of gray that matches this panel so that you could write on it and actually see it. I don't put anything on the inside so that people can tell that they're mine when they're getting ready to pack them up to go home, because you'll make cards in my classes that look just like mine. Okay, let's get started. So I want to show you, first of all, what we are using. We are using the paper that is in this mini catalog here, and it is on page 37, and it's hard to tell how gorgeous it is. It's this paper right here, and I will tell you, it is a specialty paper, so one side of it has silver in it, and the other side is just a flat, not flat, flat with no metallic in it, right? But it is actually gorgeous paper, and really, seriously, you cannot tell here, but you got to trust me, it's really awesome. And we're also using some of this. This is the snowy white velvet sheets, and you can cut them. You can use your die cutter. They would be cute to cut velvety snowmen or snowflakes. It would be great. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to be using a basic gray base. So this is just basic gray right out of the annual catalog, regular color. Nothing fancy here yet. And this panel here that we're using is the, it is Smoky Slate. So we've used Smoky Slate twice. We used it a little bit in ink in another one of the cards this month. And then ironically, we're using the paper in this and no ink. So how does that work in a stamp company? Okay, there you go. So that's pretty easy to do there. Now we're going to do some layering of pieces. So you will receive silver that is much bigger than you need. You really only want it to poke out of the top like this. So it gives you a lot of area so that you can put glue and really get it to stick down here. If I could have put sticky strip on here for you to just put it on there. But if I had done that, guys, you would have put it on a little crooked like that, and then you would be kicking yourself because that stuff is solid. You're not moving it. With liquid glue, at least you can wiggle it around a little. So let's get started. So you will get, see, I'm just going to run it along there. You can actually run it along there or under the bottom of this card. This is a 4x4 piece of card. So easy peasy lemon squeezy to get an even number out of your designer series paper, and you won't waste a single bit. So see, I just put that on crooked. Now with liquid glue, I can just slide it to where I want it. That's all I want to show, just a little bit. And I'm going to do the same on here, and I'll show you. I can put the glue here also instead of on the silver if you want. Whatever works for you. Then turn it over facing you with the glue behind, and now put your paper on. If you try to lay this down and put your silver on, it's really hard to see where you are. Oh, I got a little oozing there. So I'm going to pick it up and move it a little. Slide it till it's even. And you have a couple seconds here before it really starts to lock itself down. So that's good. And I'm going to put that there. I do want some silver to show out of the top, and I want some silver to show out of the bottom. So that looks good. I'm going to hold that down just a tiny bit more. Okay. All right. So I can go ahead and glue this down also. So glue on the back here. And I'm going to stick that right here. Good. All right. So now we have a couple other things to do. We have the Snow White here, and we have the tree and the birds. So the tree and the birds, let me show you, are from the annual catalog, not even the holiday catalog. This is where it came from here. And it is in this set here, the Beauty of the Earth bundle. So look, it doesn't look like Christmas. It looks like fall. And if you follow my channel, you might remember seeing a whole entire class devoted just to this suite. We made 4 different cards and a little modified box that you could put it in. So be sure you look for those videos. But look, it's a fall set, but because it has these great dies that include the birds are a die too, and they're both on one die. Look at this. Both birds come out of one die, so you only have to run it through once and you get 2 birds facing opposite directions, so you're ready to go. Anyway, so it makes a great, it's a great set. You can use it all year. You could use it in the spring to put little things here and then put little flowers on top. Can't wait. Okay, so that's in the annual catalog. All right, so we have our tree. I have already cut out the tree and the birds and things like that. I want to show you the white. So the white velvet you're going to get 1 piece like this for 2 cards. You're going to get 2 pieces. One covers 2 cards, and I'll show you why. I freeform cut a swoop, okay? And my swoop is here. The opposite of that is also a good swoop for the card, and so you only need 1 or 2. So if you're not comfortable freehand cutting a swoop, I actually am going to include this in your kit so that you can cut that out right on the line or close to it. And it doesn't have to be exact, because guess what? I'm not going to come inspect your cutting. I know in kindergarten now you can get certified in cutting. I think my nephew, Quincy, got certified in cutting and glue his first day of kindergarten. Okay, so there are 2 swoops. So this one is this swoop-ish. See that? But this is also a great swoop that you can use for your tree. And you just have to put it down a little bit lower. Okay, so you're not going to use these per se. You're going to hold on to them because that's a good pattern. But you're just going to set this on your snowy white here. And now you can cut it out. And again, don't have to be exact. Just, you can eyeball it. You can do whatever you want. Be quick about it. Now you've got 2 cards here. One that looks like this, which my lump is just in the other side. It's fine. It does not matter. And one that looks like this. You could even layer them if you had more of this paper. But anyway, so hold on to these after you're done. It makes a great little snow hill, or you could cut it out of green and it's now a grass hill, right? So hold on to that and just stick it right in your die box. So with your dies, when you have those dies, so then when you need to make a little hill for it, you've got it. Okay, so we're going to use the opposite one just so you can see how that works. I would lay that right on there to see how it goes, and I'm going to glue it. But when I glue it, I'm going to be really careful to only glue the bottom line, the bottom edge and the sides. I'm not gluing the top of the swoop. And the reason that I'm not is because ultimately I need to slide my tree in there, right? So there you go. There's my snowy valley. Okay, and now my tree. So I have already cut this tree out. I just used basic white paper, no big deal. What I did though is before I cut it out, I layered my white with this here. I put this paper, this number 9, it's adhesive, it's called adhesive sheets. And if you look in my videos, I might have called it multi-purpose adhesive sheets, but they're adhesive sheets. And they're in this catalog, and I layered one of those. They are 6x12 behind a strip of 6x12 white, or you could use 6x11 and cut it down, doesn't matter. I just layered the 2 together and made a sandwich out of them. And the adhesive sheets are sticky on both sides, so you just peel off one liner, stick your white paper down, and now it's got a shiny, like wax papery bottom and your white paper on top. You cut it out, and now this is my white paper, but the adhesive sheet is back here on the bottom, and it makes this whole, this is the wax paper level. That's just garbage now. This is a sticker. So I don't have to worry about trying to get glue all the way down on the little branches, make it difficult. And so yours in your kit will come as big stickers, basically like this. You just slide it down into your snow hill. Remember, we didn't glue the top of that so we could get it in there. There you go. And so when it's in your valley, it sits a little lower. That's okay. It's okay that it sits a little bit lower on your card. You're not sending the same card to the same people, 2 different cards to the same people. I hope. That would be a mistake, right? It'd be like a bridesmaid. You're all wearing the same dress. You're all getting the same Christmas card many times over. Okay, so here are my little birds, and they even have a little eyeball. So cute. All right, here are my little birds. They even have little wings cut into them. So cute. I just need 1 baby dimensional on the back of this guy here. Oh, can I get that off? Yes, yes. And since it's low, I'm going to put this bird up a little bit higher in the tree. And then I need the baby dimensional. They're not really called baby dimensionals. They're called mini dimensionals, and they're in the catalog. They're great. It's great because then I don't have to cut down a dimensional or try and use an edge. And I'm going to stick that right on there. And this card is done. It's so easy and elegant. I think you're really going to like this kit. This is a great one. And all these little wax paper trees, that's, you know what? You could use that as a stencil. You could use that as a stencil. Just stick it down and sponge over it. Okay, anyway, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. You've got some great Christmas cards here, and you'll have a pattern that you can use forever after. Thank you so much for stopping by. Again, if you would like a kit of these, they're in the September kit. You get 4 in your set. And I can take care of that for you. Just send me an email. The email address that you would send that to would be in the description of this video. So be sure that you check that out. And if you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator of your own and you would like to order this whole set so you can do it yourself, everything that I used for this card will be linked in the link below, in the description below. And you can just click on it and it'll take you right to that page in the store. You don't have to hunt around for it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great day. Bye-bye.